good way to start our
I've got
series.
pins and needles in my foot, Sredni. I'm dying.
Hello, Mugcord. That's the first thing that got recorded to this video, by
What?
the way.
Sredni, I have got pins and needles in my foot.
Oh no! Oh, that's
Their foot's
unfortunate.
asleep. Hello,
Ah, it
Mugcord.
hurts. Hi.
Hello, Mugcord.
We're
I
doing key
am
visuals again.
Jane. That was Josh.
I'm Josh.
That's Sredni over there.
Yeah.
And also joining us to chime in occasionally is Alice.
That's me. I'm the coolest.
Yeah.
Well, I would debate that.
So, just to very briefly explain the concept of this video, which probably doesn't need explanation, but I'm going to do it anyway because I'm a chronic over-explainer. We had fun doing that one video where we looked at key visuals for the then upcoming, now current anime season. So we decided that we're just going to go through Anachart's archive starting all the way back in 2007 and do more of those. Eventually we'll get every anime season between then and now.
Yeah.
It's like Stereo Gum's the number ones. If it was about anime instead of pop music and was not written by Tom Bryhan and was a YouTube video instead of a text column, it was just kind of basically different in every way.
For the
But-
record, I was the one who made that comparison first.
You were, yes. I stole it from you.
Oh God!
Theft.
I just had
theft.
I had a horrible realization about like the number ones column. Is like
We're not talking about that. We're talking about the key visual to Afro Samurai.
oh
Fucking
boy.
absolute cult classic. I have never seen this, which is a mark of shame upon me.
It is literally just
It's just
like
him.
a sick, striking
Yeah.
artwork.
I'm gonna go ahead and present a thesis right here at the start of this series. I think key visuals have kind of gotten worse over time. We'll see if I still
We'll get
think
to
that.
see that.
Yeah, we'll see if I still think that by the time that we've caught up. I don't know.
This is it's just good artwork.
Yeah, it's just he's him. Like that.
Yeah,
He is the Afro
looks
Samurai.
cool.
I think that's actually the character's name. I'm not
Yeah,
100% sure.
but
I've
it's
never
also
seen it
like
either,
it
so.
gives a sense of motion. It shows off like the character design ethos and like color sort of thing going on in the show really
Yeah.
well.
It's a striking enough visual, by the way, to not want a background because that would muddy it.
Yeah, you just
Which
want
was the
like,
right
a
call here,
solid
absolutely.
light.
And it's like
I will say, I am looking at this. One thing I'm kind of having trouble putting together is how his arm that's holding the sheath works. Do y'all see that?
I
I'm
think
off
that,
that one.
yeah, it's
Like they're
he's in a
crossed.
weird
His arms are crossed.
Yeah, he's in an odd pose. It's not a detriment. It's just like something I noticed.
It's one of those things that
it's-
foreshortening makes it a bit fucking
Yeah.
like hard
'cause
to
you're-
put the
like
perspective of
it's
his
a
body.
very extreme angle.
Yeah,
Is
for sure,
sort of
for
like
sure.
the which again, it's like the point is in a way like the dynamism sort of supersedes a lot of more traditional like considerations. The problem, of course, is that like the extreme end of that in art, and they made a comparison that I thought of like in like the negative of that, like in is actually a Western example would be like some of Rob Liefeld's late work.
Oh yeah.
Of course. Because, like,
this is the opposite of that. Yes.
Yeah, no, it's like, but like actually, like if you look at like early Liefeld, he does know how to draw people correctly. It's just that it got more and more extreme over time.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's that
yeah,
dynamic kind of.
we're off to like a
Pose
really
thing.
strong start here.
This
think
is a strong
this is a
start,
really
yeah.
good one.
Yeah.
Next up we've got Deltora Quest, which hey,
Oh,
raise your
nice.
hand if you remembered that there was a Deltora Quest anime, because I kind of fucking forgot.
I did.
What is Del Toro Quest?
Deltora Quest is
I'm more with Alice on this one.
I want to say originally French series of kids novels. This is so weird to me. I'm very certain that it's either French or Australian, but I can't remember which. Can somebody look
I
that
think
up
it's
for me?
French.
Somebody,
I'm looking it up.
yeah, somebody tap that in. Anyway, yeah, anime made out of non-anime source material. That was not a common thing back then, but it did happen.
Yeah.
I will say this visual is
It's just kind of them.
it's dull. It's pretty dull.
Yeah, like it's you know,
Like again, there is some dynamism and like going on here, and it shows off the main cast. It's like it's not terrible.
The girl
Oh, it
has
is
Deku hair
Australian,
color.
actually. You are correct. I'm dumb.
is it Australian? Okay, I don't know
yeah.
what the other thing I'm thinking of that's French.
Emily. Well, there are actually a fair number of things like sort of French crossover
That are
things
French.
in anime, surprisingly. But yeah,
Yeah,
like,
but
by Emily Rada, whose
Yeah.
real name
Yeah,
was
yeah, yeah.
Jennifer June Rowe, is Jennifer June Rowe. She is 76 years old. But yeah,
Hell yeah.
it's a.
She's still alive. We can ask her what she thinks of the Del Toro Quest anime. And it's too visual.
But yeah, like they were published between 2000 and 2005. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah. Like I vaguely remember this.
I
That's
I have no memory of anybody I know having ever expressed an opinion on the Del Toro Quest anime. My assumption was that it was not crazy popular in the Anglosphere. I don't know how it did in Japan.
Yeah. The DVD cover.
I might be wrong. Who knows?
So the DVD cover for this series is basically that key visual, but with like a sort of like background that's like a fancy book, basically.
It needs a background, honestly, because
it's definitely missing
Afro
something.
Samurai,
like
no background, incredible. This no background, you're come on.
Yeah,
it is just like here's some characters, which is fine.
Yeah, I don't think the character designs are striking enough to carry this on their own.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it's like
comfortable mid.
It wouldn't even need to be like a very detailed background, just something other than plain white.
Yeah, like again, apparently like the full image in like the later sort of like DVD covers and things has like this more ornate kind of like almost like a bejeweled incunabulum as its background.
Yo, bejeweled. That's also some 2007 shit.
Yo, canabulum.
Right. Wow. Okay. Oh,
Manabe Straight.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have heard from multiple people that this show is actually very good. You would not get that from this key visual.
Yeah, like this
looks about as good as it gets.
I don't feel entirely comfortable having this up on a stream, but we are talking about these visuals, and this is the visual for this show. So I don't know.
If
you're gonna get mad at anybody,
anything really dodgy.
The
this
scooter
is the most 2000s one we've had yet.
Yes. The scooter is cool.
2000s.
Yeah.
It does,
Can I say, I do not like the perspective on this, is my first thought. Sredni.
That's valid.
Okay.
Her skirt could be higher up.
So, it does sell, like, the basic sort of premise. This is a cute girls go to school thing in the near future, which is the thing about... That's basically, like, the underlying thing in Manabe Straight. It is more interesting than that would imply to pretty much... my understanding from like literally everything I've read about it.
Mm-hmm. No, I've heard the same.
Yeah, it's like it is like it's got some fairly nuanced character stuff going on, for example. But yeah, it's like it's like just basically selling you the like basic idea with the visual. You've got like I do kind of like, again, like there is a certain dynamism to her, like just like jumping on the damn scooter.
There
and,
is.
Like,
I just
it's
that's
just
valid.
Like
it's
awkwardly framed.
That's the nice way to put it. Yes, awkwardly framed. I just wish.
Should we start keeping a tally of how many of these have upskirts?
I don't want to do that.
Oh no! It's like
well, we're at one so
silent
far.
mental tally of
Look, if one of you guys wants to do that, go ahead. I'm not doing it.
I will say, in terms of color theory, blue uniforms on a blue background was maybe not the best choice.
Yeah, that's another thing. There is also just like again, I'll give you that it's a dynamic pose. Absolutely, the fact that she's like much closer to the camera than everybody else makes it look kind of weird.
Yeah, that does kind of like it the perspective is not as strong, like
shortening all
when
that.
you have like these sort of like the character designs in this particular like sort of the way that they're lined up.
By the way,
To be fair, I think it's the background that's doing that more than the
By the
Yeah,
way,
you're right.
That's
anything
true.
else. If they were like closer to the ground or something.
I want to do
visibly.
a very quick roundtable. In this show, do you think they have smartphones or flip phones? Sorry,
Oh,
yeah,
flip
like
phones.
contemporary smartphones or flip phones. Josh's team flip phones. Alice.
'Cause here's the thing: she told him some shit, but I don't think that's a phone.
I don't
The
think
ball
contemporary smartphones were very often depicted in media, so I'm going to go with flip phones.
Yeah, but it takes place in the future.
Okay.
Even so,
Yeah,
a lot of shows that were set like that just kind of ignored
And
because smartphones back then sucked and nobody thought they were going to go anywhere. So
yeah,
Fair
it's
enough.
like it's like
Sredni,
this
what
is-
team are
this was
you
the-
on?
This was like the BlackBerry era. I'm gonna guess that it is like mostly flip phones, but there's gonna be at least one character who has
Like a rich kid. Yeah.
like a fancier version, like a less shitty version of a Palm Pilot, right?
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, no,
something
that
Second
makes
what's
sense.
worse, main girl has a Randosera backpack or whatever, so there's a
Yeah.
chance that they just don't have phones at all.
That would be
Because
Because
wild.
they could be quite young.
That's true, though. Yeah.
I think that it's like I think they're in middle school, like Japanese middle school, which extends a little younger.
I think.
Yeah.
And a
this is
little
a thing that's largely been forgotten over time. But back then, middle school kids didn't have cell phones most of the time.
That is true.
true.
I only got one in 8th grade, and that was like a little unusual at the time, even still. And that was in 2008. So, you know.
Yeah.
That was
That's
the
fine.
year after this. Anyway.
I think overall that key visual is fine.
Yeah. So far, we're gonna do these in groups of 6, I think, because 3's not enough. We'll do like 6. We want to.
Oh,
do
okay.
like
This
a
is our best of the
of.
row moment.
Yeah.
Then. God, although I have a feeling the winner will be a bit obvious this time.
So actually, what is this show called?
This is
Getsumen to Heiki Mina. What does it show up?
I
No
basically
English
don't know
title.
what this is.
Getsumen.
Lunar Bunny Weapon Mina. I have never heard of this. It's a parody show with henshin heroes and aliens. Anyway, okay, cool.
Apparently, the second most common search on this show is transformation, because I guess it has a notable transformation sequence.
Or she gets naked during it. One of those two.
Yeah,
things.
there's really like two.
Kind of an actual this has been a problem with a couple of them so far. There's actual pictures, kind of fuzzy, but 2007.
Yeah.
What do you
There
want?
are there are actually
We can tell.
looking this up. There were
design
like a handful of other sort of key visual type things.
Well,
but I
that's
think that they're mostly,
fair. Listen though, we do have to keep it to the ones
Yeah.
that are actually on this chart.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'll
like
be
I
here
think
for
I
years.
think this one is basically just the cover of one of the volumes of the manga without the text on it.
Makes
Basically,
sense.
It is 1:45 in the morning, so I would like to be fair.
Expedient. Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Don't worry,
Yes.
we've only got about 70 more to get through.
this started out as a
Sredni?
Shreddy.
the story behind this is
You
Hey,
have
Sredni, hey,
you have
Sredni,
60
you going down a
seconds.
rabbit hole?
Go.
okay. It started out as a fictional anime inside of the television miniseries Densha Otoko, aka Train Man, which is fairly well known. In the same way that Kuchibiki Imbalanced it, and it was originally conceptualized by Kazuya Tsuramaki, better known for Fooly Cooly.
Okay.
Okay.
That
That's all
wasn't
we
even
need.
60
Cool.
seconds. That was 30. Good
That's
job.
fine. Those are the interesting
Anyway,
parts of the story. Fair enough.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
I think this key visual is okay, but
I
not great.
I like it. It's a little too busy. I think you could get rid of the planet in front of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I just realized
I
that
don't
the
know
girl
what
on the
fellow hammer
left
thing is, but
is wearing an outfit.
Yeah.
The
goddamn. Hi, honey.
Yeah,
I like the colors.
oh god, what do you even call an outfit like that where there's basically just nothing in the middle? It's just bands
Fetish
and
wear.
sides. Other than fetish wear, because fetish wear is broad.
The
Yeah,
main
so is
girl.
this outfit.
Yeah, the main
That's
girl
true.
is cute. I like her rocket hammer.
Yeah.
I like the. Actually, are they all bunny girls? I just realized the girl on the left
Yes.
also has bunny ears. They're all bunny girls. Okay.
Nice.
I don't know.
There's a
it's
bunny in the title.
yeah. It's too busy, but I like it. This gives me.
Yeah.
This has like an interesting quality where it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, the key visual is not amazing, but it kind of makes me like interested in the
Wanna watch
show.
the show?
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, to be fair, we say too busy. We all agree that if they cut the plot, it's like fine. That's kind of the only.
Yeah,
thing
it's
Yeah,
just
it's-
that really.
Absolutely
like the
unnecessary here.
geometric kind of color sort of block thing.
Blocking.
You know,
Yeah.
the
Looks nice.
the like 70s homage to Pierre Mondrian, but transposed into 2000s anime visuals thing is fun.
Yeah.
Like
pretty good.
You have that in the opening to Welcome to the NHK too, which is from around the same time. Does the same
Yeah.
kind of like color block thing. It's very stylish. I like it a lot. I miss it.
Key visual.
Yeah.
We should bring this back.
Bring this vibe back for 2025.
Giant
Yes.
robo.
Giant Robo. Okay. This
Sorry,
is,
I'm just adding
it's
this to my plan to watch real quick. Anyway.
Oh, same. I need to do
As
that,
you know.
Yeah,
Giant
same.
Robo.
Oh, that's another thing that might end up being interesting about this is like a whole process, huh?
Yeah. No, there's definitely some of these I'm going to be adding to my PTW. That's just how it goes.
Yeah.
So Giant Robo, specifically this is
My
GR
God.
Giant Robo, I think. Yeah, this
Yeah.
is the.
That robo is giant.
I think this is the CGI one. This is not the Giant Robo I've
Excuse me.
seen, which is a thing from the 90s. Shout out to
I
Jago.
can see it being that, to be fair.
I appreciate the inclusion of like a human person for scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is a cool drawing. As
Yeah,
a key
as a-
visual, I'm trying to
it's
figure
cool.
out how I feel about this. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
one of those
it's like-
things, it's not really that functional. It's in like a concept arty type style. It's probably
Yeah.
not the most reflective of the actual anime's character designs.
Well, it might
That
be
type
because
of
I
thing.
think
It doesn't feel misleading, but it does
Yeah.
feel a bit like I don't really know what to expect.
because I think
Other
GR.
than a guy with some sort of giant robo.
Yeah, I think GR is a CGI show, like an early CGI show.
It
So,
apparently isn't actually like
No?
this one isn't like. Oh,
one of them is.
oh, hey, Chiaki Kanaka on Series Comp. Ooh, adding this to my plan to watch.
Have fun.
Wait, I already have it on my plan to watch. All right.
Oh, Sredni, yeah.
Epic. Yeah, no, it's a
like
really
myself.
cool. Like I am a big enthusiast of cool robot drawings, so on,
Yes.
in that sense, this gets flying colors. As a key visual, I'm a little more down on it, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is a
that's fair.
solid key visual. It's a good piece of art, regardless.
Hmm.
Like it is, it sells you the idea of cool giant robot, a little more serious leaning, while still having the super robot thing going on.
Yeah.
That
So-
good combo of tones.
The original Hidamari sketch.
The original
Hidamari
Hidamari
sketch!
sketch, yes.
What a season for fucking cute girl fan, by the way. Like,
Yeah.
already. We've got
No,
two, like,
I
huge
mean
designs.
back then they called them moe shows. The fucking cute
That's-
girls doing cute thing term didn't even
Yeah, you're
exist
right.
yet.
Yeah, or if like the straggling number of like serious old heads being like, it's a Bishoujo series.
That is another term people used. Yes.
Yeah.
But like
No, this is.
Okay,
I don't actually
I-
know who the character designer is for Hidamari sketch. Although the manga is Ume Aoki.
yeah, I'm
It's just like
extremely-
Ume Aoki girls standing
Yeah.
Yeah.
together.
I'm
It's alright,
extremely biased here. I don't know if I can be like remotely objective with this one because I really like Ume Aoki's character designs in
Oh, me too.
general.
It-
I just like looking at them.
Yeah.
It's
No, like same.
it's
It's
lovely.
very distinctive.
What I will say, this is such a dishonest criticism, but just to field it for the purposes of having a little discussion, it is kind of a very, I don't want to say boring,
there's
but like it's a
nothing
very simple key visual. This is literally just a character standing in a field.
They are not
It's
even like posed in such a way that emphasizes their individuality
No.
necessarily.
Like the main girl's got the sketchbook, so that's like your one item indicating what the show is actually about. But like other
Yeah.
than that, I mean, you know, it's a little.
Really, we're just here for the nice character designs.
Yeah.
and
And they
Basically,
are
yeah.
nice.
and like the like slight what do they even call that, like the it's not chromatic aberration, but it's like the thing in
Lens
photography with
The lens.
like the lens flare,
Yeah.
Lens
like-
flare, yeah.
Yeah.
which is like tastefully used here,
Mm-hmm.
indicating like that there is another character like crouching and like taking a photograph of their friends,
Yeah.
which it is a
It's really
nice
charming.
image.
Yeah.
It is.
Again.
It is charming.
It is nice artwork, not a great key visual. It is basically
I
the
understand the
giant
distinction,
robo
yes.
key visual, but like
For-
the opposite. actual
Yeah,
spectrum.
just completely on the other end of like the serious to not serious spectrum. Yeah.
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 Or like
Also, I just want to shout out the girl on
Yeah.
the left's hair. That is some
Oh, it's a
impressive
lot.
shit.
that is that's
I have no
that's
idea
some-
what that looks like in the anime proper.
Like that, I hope. I hope.
Shaft in 2007 were a different beast.
Well, no, in 2007 they were already doing some good shit. We will see more of their
Yeah.
shows as we continue to do this series. So yeah,
So,
okay.
best
These
Afro
first
Samurai.
six, it has to be Afro Samurai.
Like,
Yeah.
Samurai
Yeah.
to such an insane degree.
Yeah.
It's not even like fair.
What I will say, I do want to give a shout out just because I personally like it to Getsumen to Heiki Mina.
No, that's
Mhm.
fair.
But
I
like,
It would be an easy second place if they
Uh,
cut the Earth.
for,
Otherwise, it's still probably second place, but
Mhm.
slightly more
for
intense.
me, second place is Hidamari Sketch. Just
That's valid.
valid.
I
Valid.
certainly like Hidamari Sketch's character designs a bit more.
Yeah,
Honest with
it's-
you, the only like complete miss in this six this six
It's Stealth
thing.
Quest.
is Deltora Quest. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
yeah, and like a large part of that is the total lack of a background, which
Mhm.
again is not in like every image based on that. But
All right.
Next 6.
Himawari.
I've heard of this.
Is this?
She's back in her comical ninja mischief.
Yeah, this is not ninja nonsense. This is the other one. There's a couple like ninja comedy anime. Wow, that picture is tiny.
God, we're getting like fucked up.
Yeah.
By this, huh?
That's
Oh,
alright.
that's alright.
We can parse
You
it.
could
at
see
least.
like
I
Fern
I-
and Ai Hayasaki in the background.
Don't
I-
call her Fern. Not every character with long purple hair is Fern. I saw somebody
Also,
call.
Fern's not even an elf. so
Yeah,
fuck
I
that
saw
out of
somebody
it.
call fucking Patchouli Knowledge Fern like a month or
Oh,
two
that
ago, and I
sucks.
wanted to kill them.
Anyway, this new visual is a bunch of like
This is really,
Kinda
yeah,
cute
huh?
girls. There's a
this
guy
is
in
a
the
sequel,
background.
by the way.
There's a ton of like silhouette monsters, but there's also like a guy like between Fern and the other girl.
Yeah, I assume that's the villain given his positioning.
Yeah.
On the...
He does look villainy.
Can I say,
Yeah.
something about these character designs feels, for the time, like very forward-thinking to me. Like these look more like 2010s character designs.
They both have very
True.
glowy hair.
Yeah.
I see it.
Okay.
The armor
Um,
looks thin and equivalent.
So
hmm
the
it kind of reminds me of Katana Gatari, weirdly enough.
I
Yeah.
see it.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Good
Wait.
call, Josh.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Like I was thinking like about like the stylization of the eyes I really like.
Mhm.
And it is very similar to the designs that Vofan did for Katanagatari. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The guy who was the original character designer for Himawari apparently is a guy who goes by Okama, who does like mostly concept and mechanical design now. But did do some work on like Kubikiri Cycle.
And the
which
key visual.
makes sense. Yeah.
Mm. Makes sense.
Um,
Makes sense. Makes sense.
And did like original character design for like the pre-Para movie semi recently. But the character design for the anime just like a.
No, this isn't neat at all. It is 1 in the morning. I don't want to do one of these tangents every show.
Yeah,
I understand.
No, I
But
think
this, but this is
we're
this is relevant.
Sredni.
Okay,
I'm gonna
the
time you again. You
funniest
got another
credit-
60 seconds.
The funniest credit that the animation character
15.
designer has here is La Blue Girl Returns.
Fair enough.
Yeah, but yeah, like mostly is more like an animation direction guy.
Fair. All right.
Here are some cute ninja girls in actiony poses. It's solid.
Yeah.
I think the coloration is not the type of thing that we see in key visuals anymore.
Yeah, no, that is a dead genre as far as key visuals go. If we're talking about key visuals themselves having genres, that's not one that you see very much anymore.
Yeah.
Continuing the theme of girls in action poses, Ikitosen, also known as Battle Vixens.
That's absolutely big.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank God.
Okay.
My immediate thought was too busy.
It's
fair.
I would say actually I think this gets across what Ikitosen is about without being too tasteless very directly.
Yeah, I will say
it's like it is about cool hot girls fighting.
Yes.
And
it is.
Their clothes explode.
Again, like the show's
Little girl's hair is crazy long.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's called Battle Vixens sometimes. Like, the show is very direct about what it is. I've never actually seen any Ikitosen stuff. I'm told a lot of it is kind of terrible, but I don't know.
Yeah, it has its like cult following, right?
Yeah,
and it's like part.
Well, like, okay, what? Sorry, to clarify, what I meant when I said that apparently a lot of it is kind of terrible. My understanding is that even the people who like it are of the opinion that there's like a fall off after a certain point. I don't know if this was one of those, but
no, this is. I think Dragon Destiny is like early enough in the franchise that it's like still one that people who are into that are like are like this is still pretty decent.
I really love the girl in the bottom center doing like she's got like one eye closed. She's like fist bumping the camera. I love this character.
Yeah, and she's doing like she's almost doing the Slavic squat.
It's great. It's the thing that Nas does on the cover of Stillmatic.
She's probably the coolest.
Okay.
She's got leg warmers that are rolled down.
Yeah, that's kind of hype, actually.
Yeah, no, I mean, again,
this girl singularly kind of
also like just the posing in general is very hype. Is like everyone's like, I could fuck you up.
Yeah.
Well, last girl's a little bit neutral.
She's got to be like there's some kind of like plot thing going on with her where they have to like defend her from evil ninjas or something. Absolutely,
she's holding and protecting like a thing on her.
Yeah,
like,
I also
clasping there.
Want to point out the presence in the background of girl with weird things in her hair and long teal hair, which was a whole like kind of character archetype visually speaking that just does not exist anymore.
Yes,
I think the first
one character from Monogatari.
Well, I think the first one was what's her fucking name from Tenchi Muyo, and I think the others are kind of based on her. Is my limited understanding of this subject.
The little sister character.
Yeah. Who is also like a goddess or something. Tenchi Muyo's fucking wild.
Tenchi Muyo is a delight. But like the sister who is like buddies with the spaceship that turns into a rabbit and vice versa.
Anyway, decent key visual, maybe a little busy. Yeah. Dan Cougar Nova. Yeah, this is... Yeah, okay. Juso Kiko Dan Cougar Nova. I know of this show. I have never seen it. Another one where the actual image...
here's another small key visual.
We're going to have to do some zooming in.
I assume because someone downloaded this many years ago.
Yeah.
I think people have largely forgotten that up until like 2012 or so, nobody posted like high resolution images of stuff on the internet.
Yeah.
It was rare at the very least, yeah. Um,
Wallpapers.
My god, these
That
are a
was it.
bunch of characters in
Yeah.
front of a large robot.
I will say,
Yeah.
I actually really fuck with the robot, which I assume is the Dan Cougar.
Yeah,
Probably not
Oh,
the Dan
it's a
Cougar. He looks like he's
fake
alive.
robot.
That's probably a
Like,
character.
like the character designs themselves are like okay.
Yeah, they're fine. I really love the fact that this was close enough to Ava that something that is clearly nothing like Ava at all
Yeah.
still has the basic hair color trio of brown-haired main guy. Which I think that's a guy. That might be a girl. Brown-haired main character, red-headed, presumably hot-blooded compatriot.
And Rei Ayanami.
And Rei Ayanami.
Yeah.
Listed
Yeah.
as is from Evangelion.
The blonde
Blonde guy.
character is named Johnny Burnett. But his name is Johnny Burnett.
No, that's a
But
dub.
yeah, like, yes, okay, like,
Compared to Gata Robo, which was our other
but-
manga show
but
this
yes.
season, this key visual is actually a much more
Our other one was
representation
Giant
of its
Robo.
character designs. That's
but
what
yeah,
I meant to
like,
say.
and also, I mean, yeah, like, he is apparently a, like, not the main character, that's, Sakuya, who is the,
This
brown-haired
one?
guy, with the Go Nagai bangs.
It is a guy. That sucks. They should have made it a girl. Make it gay.
Yeah,
I
like,
agree.
he is kind of like...
We like barely talked
looks
about
like
the
a-
actual key
He looks
visual.
like
It's
a Go
fine.
Nagai, like, heroin. Like,
This is
He
like
does, yes.
completely functional.
like,
Yeah,
It's
it's-
not particularly inspired,
yeah.
but it's
Like, it's
also
like-
not like entirely uninspired.
My thought
There are
here
worse.
would be, epic minimalism. Ha ha ha. But my thought here would be like, just cut the character designs, just have it be the robot.
Oh.
That's what people are here for.
Oh, by the way, the previous installation in this series was Dan Cougar, Super Beast Machine God.
Yeah,
Incredible.
yeah.
This
I've never
I'd say
seen
about the
this.
show-
No, we're moving on, Sredni. It's 1 in the morning.
I've never seen
All I-
this. It's probably fucking fantastic.
Yeah, it's probably peak. I get the feeling that if I were, if this were 2007, I would be relentlessly shipping the two males. Those
Yeah,
two
you
guys.
say that like you wouldn't be doing that if you.
Oh
No,
no!
I
I
was
will
about
to say,
I'll be
I
doing
was
this
about to
whenever
say.
I get around to it now.
Dinosaur
Let's be
King.
real.
Hey, this looks fucking incredible. Let's
My-
we need to spend time on this one. Okay,
Because
Let me
we've got
just-
the kids showing character design.
no, hold on. I want to break it down top to bottom, if that's okay with you. This is
So we just
clearly,
bottom
by
to
the
top?
way. Pardon?
I think we should do bottom to top.
That works too. Okay. We're gonna not talk about the DVD video thing because it seems like what they just did is they used this as the DVD cover, which is fine. We got the logo. That's all well and good. We've got It's still close enough to Pokemania where creature collector games are like hugely viable.
Yeah.
So we're going to try to make
They're
one.
2D. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually like these dinosaur designs a lot, like the little guys down front. Especially
They are
the blue
quite cute.
one. That's I
Yeah.
fuck with that.
That's cute.
We've got the characters behind them, which I love the main guy's headband with Triceratops horns. Are you kidding me? That is so fucking funny.
It's weird, the
Yeah.
main guy and the blue guy are very color coded with their dinosaur. Then
The
Token
girl isn't,
is
yeah.
not.
Um,
Well, because she's pink, but they couldn't make the dinosaur pink because that would be gay.
yeah.
And,
You know, there's definitely some real like boardroom math going on here. You can fucking see it on this poster of like,
Yeah.
well, we want to have a girl to appeal to the female demographic, but we can't make the dinosaurs themselves overly girly because that would drive away our core young male children base. And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, just give her the
Mhm.
green one. It's fine.
Yeah. Naruto,
Um,
Sasuke, and Sakura
Absolutely.
Here. Like,
but it is worth noting that it's a complementary color set. It's like a teal dinosaur.
Absolutely.
That kind of
Yeah.
balances with the pink.
Unfortunately, they still remember the character design.
Yeah, I they could have let her be green.
Character design.
But anyway, and then of course we have the huge CGI dinosaurs in the back.
Presumably
They're
that
really
they
good.
turn into those when they fight sometimes.
Maybe
Yeah,
like
for
a
sure.
super mode or
I mean,
something. It's gotta be.
Like
yeah.
they've got guards, they've got like gun-looking things. They digivolve their little chibi dinosaurs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
what that's
like,
gotta be.
Side note, the T-Rex has horns, which is
I
interesting.
Actually,
that.
No, I think that's.
I
not
actually-
Allosaurus, it's one of those.
I actually think that's a Carnosaurus. Sorry to be that person.
Yes. Yes.
Which
No, I was about to
those
say.
did in fact have horns, although they weren't
Yes.
that big. They were
Yeah,
stubby little things that I believe the consensus is that they used them for fighting over mates.
Well,
Yeah,
Carnosauruses have even fucking stubbier arms than T-Rexes.
Yes.
Those are worthless.
Yeah.
Holy shit! What's even the point of having arms?
Like generally, the understanding is that they probably use them to like position themselves when mating.
All right, we're done talking about real dinosaurs.
I just need
This
to
key
associate
visual-
that.
This key visual is so overly busy, but it's so fucking hard that I don't care. This is awesome.
Exactly. Also, like pretty solid like children's show character design.
Mhm.
I like the serious blonde kid.
Yeah.
My god, this is 2007, by the way. Like, holy shit.
If I had watched this as a kid, I would have gotten really attached to the girl character and not known why. And I know this because the same thing happened to me with like several of the shows in this genre when I was a kid. Yeah,
Nice.
Dinosaur King. Cool. We have what's going on here?
Angelique.
Yeah, what is somebody's dying outside? That's not good.
Oh.
Loving Angelique Radiant Tomorrow. This is a sequel to something. Wow. This is
very good.
This is a reverse harem show. We can all
100%.
Yeah.
like she's a girl who is an angel for some reason, and all of these boys want to jump her bones.
I do kind of like the weird fish girl in the bottom left.
Also,
Is that a girl or a very feminine guy? We may never know.
Okay,
Uh,
I suspect
Okay.
that there is like some kind of like court intrigue
Absolutely.
type stuff going on.
Yeah.
Like-
This is the show so far that I would be least surprised to see randomly running on Pluto TV.
Yes.
interesting.
100%.
Agreeable.
I'm
I'm
fucking
This key visuals are that good. It's,
yeah, no, this sucks. It's just the characters like kind of
absolutely.
splayed all over the place and vaguely grouped into threes.
yeah, like
the only
Like-
notable thing is that the angel wings sort of separate them, which is something.
yeah, like there's
But we get key
some
visuals like this
thought.
every season, so
Yeah.
clearly this style has existed for a long time.
Yeah, this is just
It's
like
bullshit.
you know,
lazy.
it's just like we don't really care too much
Uninspired.
about the actual poster looking good. We just want to show you the character, which is fair, but it doesn't make for a good key visual.
Again, it is a sequel to, I think, is this like a shoujo adaptation?
yeah, almost
like, it's-
certainly.
Yeah, like it is.
prequel,
Yeah, it's a male harem shoujo adaptation. Like according to the
prequel.
tag.
This is a long
God,
running
shows would just
fucking
get
series.
seasons.
Yeah,
Whoa.
it's adapted from a video
Incredible.
game. Okay.
Fair enough.
Incredible. Wait, no,
Yeah.
I've heard of Angelique. I didn't put two and two together there. Wow.
Well, we're
That key
moving on
visual.
because the key visual sucks and there's not much to say about
yeah,
it
it's
beyond
like
that.
it's like it is showing you all the characters. that
Hey.
show up
Up,
in the new
Shattered
season, right?
Angels.
Fucking
Okay.
hey, can I just shout out for a second? Good English title. Like that's some snappy
It really
marketing.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly, the key visual does not necessarily live up to it. Not helped by the fact that
I think I've seen the OP for
Kind of
So,
small, and also, hey, why is there this displaced Code Geass character here on the left?
Yeah, it's like there's the brooding guy who like is probably at the heart of some kind of love triangle.
Absolutely.
These guys
There's the
being
maid
so
girl,
close to the camera almost makes it stand out more.
then the main.
But I don't actually know if
character-
that's like a good thing, because this gives me like nothing.
Okay, you just know because of like the kind of show that this feels like it is, that both the boy and the two girls all go to the same school, and yet somehow the uniforms are radically different.
That's the school
Now, here's my
in the
suspicion.
background. It's like a
Yeah,
castle
My
or
suspicion?
something.
Yes.
I think this is an isekai, and I think that girl is the protagonist.
Shit, maybe? Hold on.
Oh man.
Tags,
Alright.
magic, school, LGBTQ themes. No isekai
Nice.
tag, though.
Okay.
Well, because
Similar to Destiny of the Shrine Maiden? What the fuck goes on in this show?
Read the fucking... What is the synopsis say? I need that.
Ku attends school in the city of learning, academia. She soon finds herself locked in
It's
conflict
not-
with
okay.
the absolute
I
angels.
finished reading it already.
A group of beautiful girls.
I guess
who
it's
feed
not
on
isekai,
human life
and
force
Sredni was right. They
alive.
just have weird outfits.
Wielding godlike strength, they have the power to destroy the world itself. But are they truly the demons of destruction, or simply innocent girls trapped in a fate they can't escape?
Shout out
So
to
it's
this
about
girl.
magic vampire women who might be lesbians?
This kind of seems like it probably slaps. Key visual is not
Yes.
that good. Shout out to
No.
whatever's going on the left-hand side there. This
Yes.
this
Seems like
batch
something.
of 6. What are we saying is our favorite from these?
It's either Dinosaur King
It's
because lol. or
Gotta be
People
fucking
Wearing
Dinosaur
Dresses.
King.
I would
Okay.
say in terms of like what it is intending to do and like getting it across really well, I would say that to me it's like a toss up between Dinosaur King because just like what it is, and Ikitos and Dragon Destiny, if I'm being honest.
Also, a shout out to Dan Cougar with the cool robot. I
Mm.
appreciate that.
Next 6.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's finally here. Okay, well we'll get there.
Well,
Um,
yeah. Okay. Sorry. There's a lot to
yeah,
process in this batch. Okay.
yeah.
Les Miserables. Based on the classic novel Les Miserables.
Oh, we're on some World Masterpiece Theater shit here now. Yeah.
Oh my god!
So
Base.
I don't really know the characters.
These shows are like usually like the worst of them are pretty okay, and the best of them are like the kind of things that like 3 people watch and they're all like, "Holy shit, this changed my life."
So we've got
but, like-
Floating Head of Poor Orphan Girl, Welfare Adopted Father, I guess, Disillusioned Mistress, who dies maybe. I've never read the book.
No,
Me
okay,
neither,
no, Les
actually.
Miserables-
And
okay,
a
okay, I
guy.
can sum this up really
Some
fast.
like soldier who looks so
Alright.
grumpy.
Okay, I can
All
sum
right,
this up
you've
really
got your
fast.
60 seconds, Sredni. Go.
Okay,
I think we,
is
Jin, you're being
basically
so
it is about
generous. 15
there's a guy named Jean
seconds.
Valjean who's like the guy in the front who he winds up he is a former thief and convict who like gets a new life, changes his life, and adopts this little girl, saving her from a shitty adoptive family out of a promise to her dead mother. But he's constantly being pursued by this fucking deranged zealot police officer who wants to like get him for his past theft.
Okay, that's presumably
And
the
the
guy
guy-
in the back.
And the guy in the back. And ultimately in the novel, the guy in the back, like there's all this stuff with like the I think it's the Revolution of 1848 going on.
Mhm.
And he ultimately realizes that like the guy he's going after is a good man. He can't reconcile it with his own principles, and he throws himself off a fucking bridge.
I think more cops should do that. Anyway.
Yeah.
That was about 60 seconds, to be fair.
yeah.
So well done.
I mean, that was a whole
Sucks.
novel. This key visual is not very good. I like the lady in the
Yeah.
middle, who was presumably the dead mother's
Yes.
character design. Really strong shoujo character design there.
Yeah.
I don't
Fantine.
know. why you would just take these character designs and nail them to like the sky in a cityscape and then have them all like arranged just kind of
I get what they're doing, but it's
It don't work,
utilitarian
yeah.
but not effective, right?
Also, shout out to the girl being just like every blonde anime girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's so kawaii, sugi, and innocent, Des.
I don't think that's what we're supposed to think of her given the subject matter, but like that
Nah.
I mean,
it's
she,
just like
yeah, she is the
she's
title
girl.
character.
Bad key visual, moving on.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
She
not
is
very
a
good
miserable.
Yeah, like she's important in the
The
novel. She did,
largest
like, a
hidden
whole-
gem in the history of anime, by the way.
Stop.
like I
moron.
I might watch this honestly.
Tell me how it is. It might actually be very good. Who knows?
Yeah, like Les Miserables is
Basically
like
free of
considered
major.
a classic novel for a reason.
Hmm
It's,
I
like,
am gonna
actually
start seeing if there's
neat.
any review blurbs for these to look at quick when like after we're done with
Oh, it's the
talking about the
third
key
season
visual.
of Major.
A baseball show.
How could you tell?
It was solid. It is just again kind of we dumped the character designs all over the page, but
It's-
there's like
I
actually
like-
a rhyme and reason to it. Like presumably that's the main guy up front,
Yeah.
and then maybe that's like his buddy on the left, and then we've got like the supporting cast lined up on the right.
Yeah, like I think it might be either a buddy or rival. Both
Oh
of them
yeah,
are
okay,
too.
yeah, no,
it's like
almost
the
certainly
bit-
like
the-
an intense homoerotic rivalry. Now that you
Yeah, and
you
it's
mention it,
I like the in the bottom right corner the guy there with the cocky smirk. That's good. Girl cheering is probably like his sort of girlfriend who's his childhood friend.
that girl
you
is
know-
me when I watch Uma Musume.
Valid, extremely valid.
That's me cheering on Special Week.
And then and then the wacky side
So real.
characters who are actually cool dudes
Yeah,
are up in the corner there. Yeah,
I'd like
it's
to point out the girl is like having the same hairstyle and outfit that Haruhi has when she's trying to look like a girl.
oh Haruhi Fujioka. You can't just say Haruhi. Everybody will think Suzumiya.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was confused for a second. It was like, wait, what? No, it's like, oh,
He's
no,
a
the other
trying to look like a girl.
the other most important Haruhi.
Anyhow,
This
decent
was
key visual.
fine.
I like that he's standing on a mound, just in case we didn't get from all of the other shit that it's a baseball show.
I mean, I wasn't sure, honestly.
This is
Um,
another one of those things where I'm like, this is probably really good, and I'm almost certainly never gonna watch it. But you know,
Yeah, it's the
Have
third.
we got any
Yes.
review blurbs? None for this one. Okay.
Yeah, again, it's the third season of like a long running baseball thing. It's like, oh yeah, and like the manga, I assume that like because it's showing a much younger looking character that it follows this kid from when he's like in elementary school
All the
up
way
through,
to yeah.
like I don't know, the minor leagues.
How
or,
long did
like
this
serious
season-
pro stuff?
I'm
I like
actually
that you
just
said minor
interested.
leagues when the
Wha-
title of the show.
Oh, major? No, I think it's like him going for the majors, right?
Yo.
Like that's his aim.
He like
Oh,
gets
shit.
married and has a kid, and the kid also is like this shit. Okay.
Okay.
The most recent season of this is from 2020. This shit is like super successful, and I've never heard of it. I feel like a
That's-
fucking rube.
I love that for them. Love that for them. Okay.
Oh my god. Well, we'll get to talking about Major Second in a couple fucking dozen videos, I guess. Anyway, Master of
Major
Second,
Epic,
the
the
opening intro.
animation.
They're talking about me, by the
age.
way. I'm the master of epic.
What
Major
is
Second-
this?
Sorry, never mind.
Yeah, no,
What
we're
are the tags
moving
on
on.
this?
The tags
Ooh,
on
I don't
this
like-
are Cosmic
Cosmic
Horror.
Horror,
Yeah, okay.
20%. Okay.
Oh, okay. I am going to just out of curiosity.
Hold on, this is a Megami magazine scan or something.
Or something. This isn't an actual key visual. This is clearly like
Yeah, the top
Huh.
left is usually what's in Megami magazine scans.
yeah.
That's why I said
Huh. Okay.
What is this? Oh,
This seems
it's-
like it's like a
It's a TV anime with 24
Yeah.
episodes.
12.
Or no,
Or
24-minute
12
episodes.
yeah.
12,
But-
24-minute episodes.
This is frightening.
Yeah, I'm
I
not-
am fascinated.
I don't like the character designs very much. I don't like that girl's arms. She has no elbows, and her
Tetsuya.
hands are like the same width as her wrists.
What
she
do I
freaks
know
me out.
Tetsuya Endo for?
Tetsuya
Find out
Endo?
later and
Shit.
don't tangent.
Actually,
the
no,
director
hold
of
on.
this.
I know this guy too. Give me like 2 seconds.
Sayuki. maybe.
No, he's done other shit. I know
Oh,
this
yeah,
man's name.
Yeah, like
Sorry,
Hikaru
Josh.
no
I'm
Go.
personally invested, so we're following this tangent for like a little bit. Oh, is the Hikaru no Go director? Maybe that's it.
and he did a bunch of like, and he also did Mary Bell, which we've watched a little of.
Maybe that's where I know him from. Okay.
And Mojo,
Anyway.
which is another like one of those children's
absolute
shows that never came over here.
absolute
Not
ass
very
key
visual.
visual. Hate the character designs. Moonlight Mile first season liftoff. I have never heard of this. That fucking awesome banner. If we were ranking those, like that would be.
Yeah.
Like, first season is part of the title, even
Yeah.
in this visual, which is crazy bold.
Yeah, like that's a called shot right there.
Yeah,
this is really unique. Like this is
Yeah,
clearly
really
like
good.
something. For a second, I thought this was the fucking Decepticon logo.
Yeah.
That would be quite
Man,
the
this
twist.
this has me at least curious.
Yeah,
right?
no, this looks really interesting. I guess it's
Well,
about
this
like
is
a
the
guy
DVD
in.
cover, technically, but
Yeah,
still.
I mean, for some of them, that's what they have
DVD
because
covers
Yeah.
usually.
yeah, it's usually just the
Visual.
same picture.
The guy looks kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Then there's a bunch of spaceship that looks pretty interesting.
I said in the first video we did like this that a key visual that raises questions is usually a good thing. And this is a really good one. Like, I'm immediately invested in this. Like, who is this man?
Yeah.
Why is he in space? What's all that stuff in the back? Is he like some kind of space soldier?
This has like,
you know.
yeah, and actually seeing some of the actual like character designs. This is very like,
Well, that's not in the
you
key
know,
visual.
like, no, I know.
Well,
I'm
I was
just
about to
that,
say
like,
this
on
has the
top-
giant
on
robo thing.
top
I don't
of
know
it,
what the show
but,
looks like.
Like on top of that, like everything I'm seeing about this is intriguing. Let's
Yeah.
say is like it is very like in that sort of like post
Shit.
tradition of
Hey,
seinen manga.
I-
Moonlight Mile group.
I
books.
actually just realized for one of my fucking AWC gotcha challenge things is that I need to watch a show with the moon visible on its key visual. I might pick this one.
Go for it. Go for it.
This looks like it might be extremely good.
Yeah.
I know I'm saying that about a lot. I am a person who tends to assume
It's
things are good.
apparently a serious thing about a guy going to the moon.
Huh.
Like, from what I can tell.
Yeah, no,
like,
I am interested. That's a good fucking key visual.
Yeah.
Next, of
Naruto
course, we have
Shippuden.
fucking Naruto Shippuden. Yeah.
Well, okay. Actually, this is a pretty good one.
It is.
Naruto went for a lot of key visuals in its time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's him. That's
this is
the
also
boy.
like a really late one because
That's
the
Naruto.
character designs are close to the end of series.
Yeah. This was after I had stopped watching Naruto as a teenager. I don't
Yeah,
know.
but like,
Is that
it's
Hinata
also-
in the top?
Yeah,
Huh.
Yeah, it's but also like the sort of sketchy style in a way, sort of like almost a reflection on the sort of memories and the importance
Yeah.
of these characters
Yeah, absolutely.
in relationship to the main character, and it poses him in a way that's very charming and down to earth. It's a good.
I will say
visual.
Temari being there is like really funny because Gara sure isn't.
I don't know who that. I don't
That's
know
a
who
me
that is.
thing.
I know who Gara is. I don't know who this other
Yeah.
person you're talking about is.
Temari is Gara's like there are two people that always orbit around him. Temari is the girl one,
I see.
and she's in this key visual. But Gara.
Oh, is that her in the top right?
Yeah.
Okay. Huh. No, I don't remember that
Um,
character. I have not seen anything Naruto related in a fucking minute, if that's not obvious.
That's fair.
Um,
I got to read it this year.
Yeah, have
it
fun.
So long.
Genuinely.
like the style leans into something which our good friend Zerska's mentioned before, which is like the sort of like low key, like kind of melancholy undercurrent to parts of Naruto,
For
well,
sure.
which I
actually, yeah, no, just like the more that I look at this key visual, I'm like, this is actually just like a really good one.
it's
Yeah.
really compelling.
Yeah,
Naruto got the Hokage jacket and shit, by the way.
I kind of want to watch Naruto for the first time in like 20 years. I'm not going to
Yeah,
actually do
it-
it, but you know.
But yeah.
You would be better reading it.
Oh, fuck,
Probably.
it's Nodame Cantabile next. Wow, alright.
That, whatever that is, it does not deserve that.
It's a pretty, like, famous musical drama series.
It's like, it is a famous, like, Josei adaptation.
No,
that
I
is
mean,
apparently
yeah,
a
but
banger.
the other thing was
But the
Naruto.
key visual is kind of mid.
Also, this
Let's-
key visual fucking sucks.
It's bad.
No, but it's like, which is, I'm saying
I
it's
think they need to be
frustrating
closer
that the key
together.
visual is
Fucking
not very
Violet
good.
is off screen, you know?
Yeah, the
like,
Yeah.
perspective is kind of strange.
Yeah, it's like, it's sort of unfortunate, because, again, everything I know about the show is like, this rules, actually.
No,
It's
I fully
just-
believe you that the show itself is a classic, but again, I must reiterate, we're talking about the key visual.
But the
which
key
is
visual
fucking
is like,
abysmal.
it's wonky looking. Yeah,
It's two characters. They're
This is-
playing instruments. The violin is off screen.
okay, there are
For the most
aspects of
part.
this. There are aspects of this that I like. That the sort of
I like the
almost
golden sky.
lineless look of the background art is neat. But
Yeah. I don't know, I don't like it at all.
that's fair.
Best of the 6.
So,
So we're between
Naruto,
Moonlight Mile
probably.
and like Shippuden, right?
yeah,
Which matters
absolutely.
to-
I'm
yeah,
giving it to
unexpectedly.
Moonlight Mile. I think Naruto has a close second, absolutely.
I
Yeah,
would also
it's
say
like-
Moonlight
yeah,
Mile.
Naruto followed by Moonlight Mile and
And
Major is
Third,
also
yeah.
pretty strong.
Major
Actually,
season 3, yeah.
yeah, like.
Yeah.
We've got some good ones here, actually.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like
this
the
is-
Moonlight Mile.
It's a
Nodame
strong
Cantabile
back, for
would
sure.
Not a
Well,
great visual at all.
Lemmy's and Nodame were in there,
Okay,
and
well,
Master
I mean,
of Epic.
Look, it's a mixed batch, but the highs are very high.
Yeah.
Fair.
Okay, and we're coming to the end here. I think we should only do TV, but nobody cares about like fucking like
No.
movie.
Wait, hold on. Was that
Well,
continuing?
okay, there are a few that might be of interest.
Leftovers
Leftovers.
is like like once we
Yeah, okay.
that becomes
So it doesn't
yeah, then we
extend
start to
before
get
this,
into
but it
like
does have a
Death Note and
leftovers
Code
thing, huh?
Geass, which admittedly heavy hitters in the key visual department, but
Anyway, it's only these 7, so we're not going to do a 6. We'll do these 7.
yeah. No, I'm making the executive decision that we are only talking about TV.
yeah, like
series
yes,
for
Precure
all
5
of
it's
these
a
going
Precure
forward.
visual, right?
Fair.
You know,
Well,
it's
we're
like
doing
that.
them. We're doing them in order, Sredni.
No, I was just saying that that's the 7th one. It's yes, Precure
Oh.
5. It's like it is what it is.
I've never
It's
heard
not
of the
bad,
series,
but-
actually.
I've heard of writing. I've never seen it
Oh,
before.
I've heard of this. Yeah.
I
I'm like
actually.
deciphering what the show's about in real time, because there's a high school girl, there's a high school guy, there's a girl in a skin suit with a gun in the front, there is what appears to be a suit of samurai armor being
I
haunted by
think-
like a ghost in
I
the background.
think that's actually a giant robot that looks like a suit of samurai armor.
Yes.
It could
to
also
my
be that, that's a
understanding.
good point. But what's that girl with the gun gonna do against the giant robot?
Yeah, no. I kind of fuck with this actually, even though it's not like
Yes.
very technically well composed. Well, I don't know. Now that I'm looking at it more, I mean, okay, there's some
The
problems.
characters are congested in a way that's actually like a bit nicer
Yeah.
than we usually get.
Like the
Yeah.
thing I want to point out is just like her having black hair on his black suit on the black robot is a little bit like
Yeah.
that's a little rough. But
Yeah.
I mean everything else I am certainly intrigued by this image. Like what's going on here? I need to know
Also-
what's up.
Also, I do like that they do the thing which is carried over from like cell animation of the different kinds of blacks
Hmm.
that they're using
Yeah.
to like distinguish things. Granted, not so much the hair versus the suit, or the jacket, unfortunately, but his hair versus the background, etc.
Yeah.
It's like there is some
This-
like thought in there.
This looks like some booty pop shit. I want to watch this.
Yeah, this feels like it's a bang.
I will say, I don't think the actual key visual itself is all that good.
No.
It is fine.
It's-
We have seen worse.
Well,
even this
it's-
very,
it's okay.
season.
Like it's one of those things where
But-
like there's definitely some I don't know if I'd outright call them mistakes. I would say missteps maybe is more fair in the actual composition of the visual, but it does the number one thing which a key visual is supposed to do, which is make me go, I kind of want to watch this.
Yeah, like it feels very like that wave of like it reminds me of like stuff from like actually like significantly earlier. Is like that sort of like post Ava wave
Oh,
of
absolutely.
like
That's
things.
what this is.
Yeah.
I'm going to spoil something for you in a couple videos. We are going to be covering the key visual for Dragonaut the Resonance, which in my head is kind of like one of the last of those.
Yes.
So
I
definitely,
am the last, I will tell the audience void.
yeah, one of like definitely we're in like the waning era of like Ava's immediate influence on
like
other
the
anime.
we're getting to things that are responding to like Gasaraki. You know.
Also, this
Like-
is apparently loosely based on a show from the 70s or something. That's
Yes,
crazy.
Yusha Raiden is
Rocket
I've-
Girls.
yeah. Oh yeah, this show.
I have heard good things about this over the years. The key visual is,
It's kind of whatever.
yeah, the really like skin tight spacesuits are
Yeah. It's very.
this.
It's not like a. It's one of those that's like weirder because it's not so aggressively horny that it like tips over in the other direction. It's just
the
that,
fact that they were trying to be restrained and failed in some ways makes it worse.
Yes, it becomes again what you said about fetish wear, right?
Yeah,
It's like just a much, I would say,
Rocket's
quote unquote
cool.
subtler, but it isn't.
I
I
the
think
Rocket's
this-
cool, but I don't have much
Comments
else to
have
say
already
here.
been said, but also this is more or less like white on light gray for most of the background, which
Also
makes
that,
sense to
yeah.
what it's going for, but it's
Yeah.
also not quite as like contrasty as you would want. It's like hard to tell where some things start and other things begin.
It's like they just sort of took like I think like a visual just from the sort of preliminaries for the show, slapped the character designs on top of it. It's just not very well composed.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
This is
Well-
honestly, I think this one I dislike more than some of the more like overtly ridiculous or incompetent ones.
Fair. Nah, it's not good.
Which, yeah, like this show very well could be pretty decent. It's just
No, I've
it's not
heard
great.
good things about the show.
Yeah,
Allegedly,
no,
it's
like
great,
there are
but
people who do like this show quite a bit.
yeah, Rocket Girls has a cult fandom. Anyway, Saint October.
This one, I like this visual.
Do you now? Okay, I actually don't really. So you go first. Speak on
Okay,
this.
again, dynamic pose thing. You've got like they managed to do the character stacking thing in a way that actually works as the sort of like characters coming forward towards you kind of energy. It's I like the character designs decently well. It is like I do wish there was some sort of background. I assume it's one of those where it's like something that would be like put onto like a DVD cover with some kind of background thrown on. But this is like the basic thing of the poses of these characters. It gives you like an idea of like what their deal is in like an instant in a way that I kind of like. Like there's a certain degree of playfulness to the like most forward girl, although there is the element of her like she will get you with a sword at the same time. Like a little more lackadaisical with the girl behind her, and then in the back is super serious archer girl, who is going to
You know
waste
what?
you.
Fair. I think because my initial impression was pretty negative because, as you say, it is just three character designs with no background or anything. But you make a decent point. I think if you're going to do just like a character stacking key visual, this is probably how you want to do it. I just realized the girl in the middle has fucking nunchucks. This show might
Yes.
slap.
She does.
I've heard a little bit about this show, and it seems kind of like
Is this already on my plan
Intriguing.
to watch? This looks like okay, it is. I was
yeah,
like,
it is it's like
magical
one of those
girl
like
show, you know.
like early sort of like yeah, it's like it's got like elements which would go towards the whole dark magical girl trend, just like earlier and not as serious.
Pre-Madoka too, so like interesting.
Yeah, it's
to
like
think about.
like part of the thing is like those who want to bring Judgment Day to the world, those who want to save the world, which is justice and which is evil? Question mark. Yeah, so like, yeah, it's like.
Oh
it's
no,
like
okay, you're reading from the description. I thought you just fucking freestyled that, and I was like,
No,
what are you talking about?
I fucking wish.
I was like, whoa.
No, but like,
Yeah, I
no,
had
like,
that. I had that thought too.
It's like before this you had like Utakata and Figure 17 and stuff, right? And then this is like the point
Utakata
between
missions.
that and like Madoka and Daybreak Illusion being like, you know.
Yeah.
I'll say I'm surprised Blue Hair is the main character. I feel like you don't usually do that. Or like
Yeah,
this light
like,
of Blue is not.
like
Yeah.
I think the key visual's fine.
She's
This
cute.
is another
She
one
looks
that could
determined.
use. It doesn't necessarily need a full background, although that might have been fine, but like
Honestly, even just like a color, yeah, or a
border,
pattern,
maybe.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mayhem shush.
Anyway,
Oh, Mayhem.
yo, Mayhem, shout out. We love you, Mayhem.
We love you, Mayhem.
Anyway, Shuffle Memories. This
The
one's
sequel to Shuffle, probably.
yeah, okay. God, Shuffle is one of those things that used to be super popular, and I feel like I have never heard anyone talk about it in like a decade.
Man, yeah.
I
Okay,
kinda
this
like
isn't like a
this.
terrible visual, but it's very much of a trip.
No, I actually like
It's
this.
like I like it. I like it
yeah.
well enough, but like
I
it is-
like.
yeah.
I think giving the viewer a viewpoint in a scene is better than just kind of splaying the character designs all over the poster.
Yeah.
Like I like
the
that we are,
vignette, you know.
like we are, overhead and we're looking down on these girls like walking from
Candid
wherever to
photography,
whoever.
but with like
This-
a drone.
This
Yeah.
reminds me of like some, in a way, you know what it reminds me of is like some of the shots that I've seen of like that like Naoki Yamada like specifically like I think storyboarded in like the beginning of the second season of K-On! Where it's like focusing on like the girls like just walking to class or whatever in a very indirect kind of manner.
I
And it's
see.
like that the same kind of energy. It's like that is charming. It is
Yeah.
like it is very specifically a type of key visuals you see, right? But it's like it's done well. I think.
I-
If this key visual was done today, there would not be shadows. They would want to highlight the character design so much more. And I kind of appreciate that we're far back enough for them to be like, no, the shadows are part of the image.
Yeah. It feels like they're going for like a greater verisimilitude in like again like the sort of shadow thing and the like light peeking through
Yeah.
and hitting different parts and like combined with like it does have like some good dynamic posing with like the girl who's like running away or not running away running towards them and being like wait for me
Yeah.
and like the and
then
friend,
her friend
like,
in the
keeping up
back.
with her.
I also like the three at the front have hair colors which are unusual, but like a little bit unusual for this genre because I think this is just like a slice of life show, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a little more like heightened
Yeah.
than you typically see.
Which I appreciate it. Again, like this has succeeded at the number one thing, which is now I kind of
Actually,
want to watch Shuffle.
Yeah, like
I don't
no,
love
like
these
you've
character
convinced me. This
designs,
is-
but I
this
do
is
think the
very
visual
solid.
itself is like good.
Yeah.
I like this. This is a proper vignette
hmm
and
Yeah.
shit. Nice.
Yeah, I
don't think it's a slice of life. I read the sentence in present
hey,
times gods
you're
and
being
demons
recorded.
coexist.
Whoever entered this call.
Hi,
Lexi's
Lexi.
typing, I assume it's Lexi. Hi, Lexi. We're
Hello,
recording.
We're like almost done, so if you just want to vibe for a second while we finish up.
Yeah. Tokyo
That's fine. I'll watch Shuffle anyway. Maybe Tokyo
Tokyo
Maji.
Majin Gaku and Ken.
Oh, I've heard of this one. Yeah.
Wait, why is that
That sounds
funny?
awesome. No, it just sounds awesome.
Oh, okay.
I like when everything started with Tokyo.
No, this is again just a character stack. I appreciate the pattern on the left hand side. I kind of fuck with this though. Like,
Yeah.
I like the. Can I say this is not at all surprising because I'm me. I really like the two girls on the left hand side and the back and their whole energy.
Yeah.
Especially the
This
Archer
visual,
girl.
I think, is.
Yes.
it's workable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
The
like
pattern really helps, to be fair. It makes sort of a divide.
honestly, though, I'm gonna be real. I like the character designs of the two female characters significantly better than the male leads.
How it goes.
I mean, okay, the guy in like the dead middle with the brown hair, I think the guy up front's pretty cool looking. Like he's got
it's like
sort of an odd face for an anime character. You don't see that super often, and I like the is that like a fox mask on his glove or something? That's cool. I like that.
Huh. All right. Yeah. Okay. I do appreciate that. It's just that like I don't know. Something about like the vibe is like I feel like
it's okay,
I would like
Sredni.
those
Everyone in this chat
characters.
likes girls.
Probably.
Yeah. Anyway, pretty good key visual. Sorry, I've not been checking for blurbs. Does one have any? No.
Yeah, this is.
Let me very quickly go back and
being
check
the chaos
these.
pansexual is that every once in a while I flip the script and I'm like, but women though.
None for writing. None for Rocket Girls, which surprises me. None for Saint October. And none for Shuffle Memories. Huh, okay. Weird.
What for each of those?
Review blurbs. Because I find them funny to
Venus
look at.
versus Virus.
Venus versus Virus. What a name.
I have absolutely heard of this just because it has an extremely memorable title.
Okay, this and a gun.
Hey, I fuck with this immensely, actually.
I was gonna say, I don't know if it's, like, technically fantastic, but that doesn't matter. It's very, like...
Nah, this is evocative.
Right, background sick as hell. We've got that's just a nice pattern on its own, but then there's also the silhouetted rose.
Yeah.
There's roses at the bottom and roses to fill the planet at the top. Looks cool. Then there's our two girls.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I just need to lay this out. The girl in the back, she's got an unholstered safety off revolver, an eye patch with a cross on it.
She's a nun.
She's a nun. She's smirking and she's doing a distinctly possessive.
I was gonna point that out. Yeah.
Charged, thing where she's running her fingers through the other girl's hair. That is so horny, yet so in a relatively subtle way.
No, it's tasteful. Yeah,
it's tasteful. It is tastefully
I want this show.
Shit.
I have no idea what this show is actually about. I desperately want it to be just these two on the run from, I don't know, the Catholic Church, over the landscape of the world.
And the girl in the front, is she wearing a
what her hair color
collar?
She is wearing a collar. What the fuck?
This is God.
This is some blue sky shit.
This is intensely this is the most DS coded shit I have seen in a fucking.
I don't even know if it counts as coded at that point.
All right, you're right. It's not even at that point.
LGBTQ themes. 80%. I need to watch this. I need to get on this. It's short too. I have no excuse.
Key visual's pretty good, by the way. Since that is
fucking
this
slaps.
is an 11 out of 10.
That cast is pretty fucking stacked for 2007, by the way.
Yeah, and
we could take a look.
Chihara Minori and Aya.
I will just do a quick look. Is
Aya Takagaki and Chihara Minori as your leads is good. That's very good.
Cool.
They're both particularly accomplished singers in particular. Jin, you know Chihara Minori is the voice of Nagato Yuki, by the way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can absolutely see how that skill translates to this role.
Ayami Takagaki does the Symphogear EDs and might have played Chris, I can't remember.
Okay. Interesting. Yes, Precure 5.
Yes, Precure 5. How many Precures? 5 of them.
This is... I want to just... We've been stepping on each other's lines too much. We need to get way better. We need to get better at that.
Yeah.
We need to though. I just want to say, yes, Precure 5, somewhat significant in that it's kind of considered the first modern Precure series, and this was the first one where they did a team. Also, somewhat recently, like a couple years ago, got a sequel in the form of Otona Precure, which is a thing they've started doing. Anyway, that aside, this key visual is okay.
Yeah.
It's just the character designs on like a colorful background, but they're arranged in a way that makes sense. Like this is like a team pose. You know, you've got I don't remember the names of most of these characters, unfortunately, but you've got main girl up front. She's looking cute. She's got her wand thing that she's using to inflict justice. You've got the fairy right below her. You've got the other fairy off to her left, who was presumably more of a secondary role. You've got Cure Lemonade, whose name I do remember, down in the bottom right, looking absolutely fabulous.
She's French.
She's
Her hair is
French.
very
Thank you
stupid,
for
but that's-
chiming up for the first time in the entire video, Lexi. I mean, I know you just got here, but it's really funny that that's what brought Lexi out of silence.
She's French.
She is French. You've got blue-haired girl up top doing her water whip thing. Very cool. You've got, I think that's Cure Mint on the top left. Just looking very friendly, very...
Isn't she a space alien?
I don't think so.
You're thinking of Pure Milky.
Yeah, that's
the
from
other
significantly
one of the
later.
other green precures.
Oh, you can't call Lala a green precure. That's gonna start. We're gonna get like fucking 50 different kinds of people after it.
Comments.
Oh boy! Wow. Okay.
Lower left, we've got, is that Cure Sunny? One of the red ones. I always like it when they do red precures. People talk about, there's no green precures. This is fair.
Your
There's
son
not a-
was in Smile.
Who's this then?
I don't remember.
Okay,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
one of the red ones. It don't matter. They need to do red precures more often. She's cool as fuck.
One
As
thing I
far,
want to say real quick is,
I like this key
for
visual.
Alice, you can take charge, Alice.
I was gonna say, as far as key visuals go, I think this one is good in that it's emphasizing like, oh, for the first time we're doing a team that has more
Yeah.
than 2 people on it.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's kind of the main idea that I probably should have said at some point. Yeah, no, that's
and-
that's good. I like that
I-
about
I-
this for sure.
I just have to say, I really like the squirrel fairy just
Mhm.
jumping out, doing their thing. Very happy to be here. It is it's actually, come to think of it, it is like a very it is dynamic. It's showing the team dynamic thing. It's like showing each of their like sort of unique power type things there. It's like, solid composition. I think this is actually one of the stronger like precure visuals I've seen because it's like not excessively busy at all.
One thing I
a lot
want
of
to
them.
say on that subject, every like modern precure key visual, and this has actually been the case for like quite a lot of precures in a row, has like the same background colors, and the backgrounds are big, like very busy, very detailed selections of colors. It's really nice looking at this key visual and having the background colors be quite muted and placing emphasis on the characters themselves instead, because it becomes hard to differentiate like certain design details from the backgrounds that they are in,
Yes.
as well as like you can show me like the last like 5 or 6 precure key visuals, and they are all very like similar. If you extend it to the movies, it's like the same sort of thing, and yeah, they always look nice, but
something like this that's a bit more considered is good as well.
Like specifically the abstraction of like you have saturated but dark colors, and then sort of like the center point is more desaturated but lighter, and that's sort of like, and it's drawing your eye towards the center, which is important because that's where all the characters are.
We will be
It's
able
just easier to
to talk about precure key visuals going forward, because there will be a new one every 4th video, because our
True point.
So that's cool. That's a fun little side thing we can do. Let's take a look at the blurbs. Leaving the Futari formula behind, yes, Precure 5 takes the franchise in a new direction with an enjoyable show. Thank you.
With an enjoyable show.
Thank you,
Wow,
Shanus.
thanks,
I mean, that was hey. It's probably a nice review. Let's not fucking just like flame
I'm sure it
these
is. I just
people.
think it takes it forward with an enjoyable show. Like, okay,
It's probably a nice review,
Enjoyable's
and that
the only word
person's
to come
probably
up
like
with.
15 when they wrote it.
That
so.
also, yeah.
Yeah, let's not be mean. It's that's
I always
you know,
like
and
looking
let's-
at the relations block for Pretty
really
Cure
funny.
shows. By the way, it's so
Holy-
funny.
also
I
it's
like
yeah.
I like that the one for Wonderful Precure has Shin-chan on it.
You know.
You're right. Oh,
I can't even
Um,
like find the wonderful Precure visual.
get hyped. By the way,
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I've been seeing
Um,
fan art and shit. It's awesome.
yeah, it's that you and Idol Precure best anime 2025 coming soon.
I don't want
Anyway.
the movie to go away.
I'm sorry about your yearly sadness about the Precure season ending, Lexi. Anyway,
More.
Pat.
Best of the 7.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah, let's do that real quick, and then we're gonna be finito. Best of the
okay.
7. This is hard. There's like some real bangers in here. I might have to go with Venus versus Virus. It's so fucking
Yeah.
funny.
yeah.
It's so good. I need it so badly.
Yeah,
I'm
that's,
between that and Shuffle Memories, which I think
like,
is
I just
doing an extremely different thing, but I like it a lot. That's very
like,
Joss-core. Like, damn, those girls be walking.
okay. Like if we set aside Venus versus Virus and my just like deeply feral response, like deep in my bones, what do I go with second best? Is in terms of like, if there were actually a background, I think Saint October would be like way up there. Really like the posing and the sort of characterization they do through like how it's like framed. And also Shuffle Memories is very strong. So those are like the two like immediate runners up. But I will say the like Venus versus Virus, it sells it so hard.
Yeah.
Like, you know what this shit is about as soon as you like look a little closer. It's like, oh, I see.
It's about Peak.
It's about Peak.
Anyway, thank you for watching the video. More of these on the way. Might not necessarily be the same people every time, but that's okay. Or it
Megan
might
said
be.
he
We
was
don't
like
know.
upset that he missed when we did it for the like current season. So
Well,
I want us, if we can help it, to get tagging in for certainly one of these.
okay.
I enjoy being on Mugcord videos as someone who's not part of Mugcord.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Alright.
Yeah, subscribe to the Mugcord YouTube channel, or we will have a nun who looks like Hatsune Miku shoot you with a revolver. Good
Maybe
night,
in a
everybody.
sexy way.
Not in a
Good
sexy
night.
way. That would make it that makes it an incentive. No, not in a sexy way. In a profoundly unsexy, ugly way.
Okay, but if you do subscribe and have the bell notification, then we'll send her to shoot you in a sexy way.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
Good night.